Deja vu. So. Knee. Son of a bitch. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one over there, and then the original one, the one that's still in its original condition, is going to go over there. But before I do that, I need to move this towards me a little bit more because it's quite close to the wall. These things are not as shallow as you'd think, so I just need to move everything along a little bit before I do that. And I could have done that by now. Alright, so here we are. This is the modified speaker, and this one is the original. You can see all that dust inside. Some people were thinking that the rubber on the speaker was rotting, but nope. Anyway, this isn't the best placement for these speakers, but it's good enough for a test. Also, I've got these wires connected to them. Now what I need to do is bring in the eyewear amplifier and we can get to testing. And here we have the amplifier ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some music. I'll play it in mono and switch from left to right. Something like that. It's going to be interesting. Okay, so what we have here is FL Studio, and what I've done is I've made a quick tune. I'm going to play this and it's in mono, and then what I'll do is I'll switch from right to left and we'll be able to tell the difference between these speakers. So let's get started. So from what I can tell, the bass on this seems to be a little harder hitting, but the bass on this one seems to be a little smoother, a little deeper, you could say a little more refined. This time I'll just sit in this spot. Hopefully you'll be able to tell. To be honest, I think I prefer these. Now I've loaded up this tone generator, what I'll do is I'll start from 40 Hz and work my way down to about 20, 25 I think was the lowest that they got to. Anyway, let's just see how these perform. And like I did previously, what I'll do is I'll switch from left to right and you'll be able to tell the difference. So let's just start at 40 Hz and we'll start with the right speaker. Okay, so already that speaker on the left seemed louder. Okay, now we're at 25 Hz. I'm just going to point out, I've already tested this now. This speaker here, the one that was kept original, makes quite a bit of noise at 25 Hz, whereas this is a lot quieter and the bass seems to be proper. Have a listen. This one actually sounds like it has bass. This one kind of makes a weird sort of sound. So yeah, I'm going to do the same in this one. And then we'll see where we can go from there.
Drugs.
Electric screwdriver. This is how it works. Like so. 2 more screws. So this comes off. Like that. Like so. And then the screws on the back of this. These things. And then this comes off. Like so. And now, spin this around and tilt the camera down a little. Put this on its back, and then I'm going to take these out. Like so. That's this off. Now what I'm going to do is
shove it up your ass.
Remove the front of this. I'm just going to disconnect these tweeters. Okay, so I've managed to disconnect that, and the rest of this should come apart fairly easily. Let's see. I'm going to use the back of the hammer. And that was a lot easier than the other speaker. I wonder if I'll find any spiders in this one. And there we go, it's off. Okay, so I just thought I'd bring you out here into the landing and show you what I'm going to do. Basically, I'm just going to vacuum these. And there we go, good as new. More or less what the same. And there we go, good as new. More or less the same as what. And there we go, good as new. More or less the same as what I did on the other speaker. Okay, so I've not taken any of these speakers out yet. What I'm going to do next is take them out and vacuum the insides of those compartments. Put this into position, like so. I know it's sort of the same video as one of the other videos, but what you're going to do? This one is probably more likely to have spider webs in it, so we'll start off with this one. And then out it comes, like so. Trying to disconnect this, but it's not happening. Okay, so these connections are being a bit of an arse, so I'm going to need reinforcement pliers. I think I see what the issue is. Okay, do you see that little tab on the terminal? That thing in the middle? I've lifted that up and now I can take the terminals off. Okay, so the top one's out. Put my electric screwdriver together. Screws are out, time to take this out. A few spider webs on this. Now I'll go get my phone, turn on the torch and have a look inside. Just a bit of webbing here and there. And same for this one. So what I'll do next is just give it a bit of a vacuum. I'll spray some glue behind that material that's already there. And then section by section what I'll do is I'll spray the glue and put the polyfill onto it. Now much like the other speaker, what I'm going to do is block this off because we don't want the glue coming out the other side. And I'll put this into the back of that. And here we have the glue. That's what happens when you don't clean the nozzle. Clean the nozzle. Okay, so this top compartment's done. Now it's time to do the bottom one. And that is the rear end done. Now to do the front end. And there we go, that is the bottom side complete. Okay, now you're probably wondering how I'm going to keep all this from flying around everywhere. So basically what you do is, and that'll keep all the fibres together. So now what I'm going to do is connect the speakers and connect it. Are you a tit? Then that goes that way round into this. And now I'm going to screw that in. Okay, so now what I'll do is attach the front of this. Tweeters are connected. The only part of the speaker not to receive any stuffing was this. And that is about to change. There we go, that's one done. And there we go, that's the other one. So, FL Studio loaded up, going to play that song. Just a quick play, can't really compare anything right now because both the speakers have been treated. And let's just play this. It was already playing. Turn up the volume. Okay, let's play some frequencies. I'll start off from 30 Hz. Okay, so 30 Hz is obviously audible. And because these speakers used to cut off at around 25 Hz, we'll play 25 Hz. And if you're wearing headphones or you've got a decent system, you'll probably be able to hear that. And now I'm going to try 22 Hz. Now I don't know about you, but I can hear that. And I think he can hear it. So now what I'm going to do is connect these back to the AV receiver and watch a movie.